for DNA, that would be something that you probably would want to speak with the Gwinnett County Police Department about that. Like I said, they're the ones that are actually obtaining the warrant. They requested earlier in the year, they requested the assistance of the Sheriff's Office in actually serving some of the warrants. And like I said, we don't assist in all of them. We only assist in the execution of those DNA search warrants when the police department requests it. So I know sometimes people may not be fully aware of that. So we are assisting the Gwinnett County Police Department in that process. So you may want to speak with someone over there. It really depends on what the focal point of your story is. Just actually, how do we start the search warrant for the DNA, or the fact that it's done it all? And I'm kind of unclear about what your interest is.
Yeah, I appreciate that info you just shared. For me, my interest is specifically, like, I come from a perspective, and again, like, my perspective may differ from my colleagues who you also interacted with, but that I look at the forced blood draws. Essentially, if I were to capture somebody and detain them and prevent them from their freedom of movement and bring them to a cage, and then against their will take blood from them with my friends holding them down, that's essentially what I see the practice as. And so my interest is trying to talk with the people who were involved in the implementation of it, in the policy conversation about it, who said it was necessary, any and all emails, internal and external related, and phone all. Like, it's ridiculous that practice happens, and I think individuals are responsible for their actions. So I'd like to know the rapid response team employees who were involved. I'd like to know the medical staff and nurses and contractors who were involved. I'd like to know the higher ups at the Gwinnett County Sheriff's Office that were involved. And, I think this deserves some transparency.
Well, sure, and we historically are very transparent with our procedures and practices, and like I said earlier, I'll be happy to assist you in any way that I can in that regard. But I just want to make sure that you understand that we are basically, we're just a part of that process. The process itself is initiated by the Gwinnett County Police Department. So I want to make sure that you understand that. So I think that some of the information that you want is probably going to be, would be coming from them. But as far as actually the execution of the search warrants or how it's done, that is done in our agency, and I'll do whatever I can to assist you getting that information. So I just wanted to run that by you. And also, would it be too much to ask for you to send me your request in email? And the only reason that I am asking you to do that is because I had a little difficulty reading your notes. And I just want to make sure that we have a good, clear copy of your request so that we can handle it appropriately for you. Would it be too much trouble for you to do that? To send me the email? To send me that request in the email?
No, that's fine. I'll do that tomorrow. And if you could just confirm with me your email address, please.
Sure. It's Shannon, SHANNON, .Volkadov, V as in Victor, OLKOD, like Delta, A like Alpha, V like Victor, at GwinnettCounty.com. And I apologize. I probably should have brought each one of you my card. I didn't even think to do that when I ran back up to my office to grab the card. So I think that I gave my card to the other gentleman that was with you.
That's correct. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I appreciate that info. And, I guess another thought for me, and I mean, I don't know if you yourself participated in the blood draws, maybe not, but, to me it's curious that, when there's somebody who steps between the actor and the person trying to have a conversation with the actor, I don't think it needs any damage control or a middle person or somebody to, sort of deflect or anything. I would like to know, hopefully with the FOIA request submitted, I will then know the people involved and things like that. I can maybe try to follow up and have conversations with them.
Well, you can certainly put that in your email if you don't mind. I understand what you're saying, but I am the public information officer for the Gwinnett County Sheriff's Office, and I primarily do handle, information requests like yours. And it's pretty typical for most agencies, but I'll be happy to, like I said, assist in any way that I can, and just put it in writing for me, and I'll make sure that we get that to the appropriate personnel.
Okay, and do you have any comment on, or any thoughts on, a few weeks ago I saw that it was noted that Gwinnett County sheriffs are no longer doing the practice that was implemented in January of 2013 with the forced blood draws against consent. Do you have any thoughts on why that change was made, if initially it was said to be just and necessary?
Well, that's something, like I said, that when if we have an appointment and we have, I'm not in a place right now where I can really discuss much at length, but like I said, if we have an appointment, you guys come out, I'd be happy to assist any way I can and provide any information that I can for your story.
Okay.
Okay?
All right, I'll shoot you an email tomorrow.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
Okay, have a good night.
You too. Bye-bye.
Bye.